Hello. Today we have Jeff and Julia Williams visiting us. They are Bush Church Aid nomads. I thought I'd take the opportunity to ask Julia a few questions about evangelism. Julia, you've got a great passion for evangelism.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I love telling people about Jesus because I think knowing Jesus is the most wonderful part of your life. And there are so many people that don't know Jesus and they don't even know what they're missing out in knowing him. And I think it's about helping people to find that they can have a relationship with Jesus. So I'm very passionate about that. So it's introducing them to Jesus, which is important. It's not about helping them to come to a religion. So it's about a relationship with the Son of God.
That's really, really great. Now, what are three things that you would want someone learning about evangelism to know?
So the first thing is to actually know it's not our work, it's actually God's work. So I think when I first became a Christian and I went out there and I wanted to actually help people to know Jesus, I got very nervous about it all and I just was feeling I had to perform, I had to get it right, and that put a huge amount of pressure on. And I think when we realise that it's actually God's work, he's in control, it's his timing, it's his place, and it's his people. And we are just his servants. We're there to help him, in a sense. And so when you actually realise it's his work, that makes a big difference to how you approach it. I think the other part of it is, therefore, knowing it's God's work, the important part is to pray about it. So to me, prayer is the most critical first step in bringing anyone to Jesus. So praying for specific people that you really want to know Jesus. And I pray for them, not even thinking I'll be necessarily the person that can tell them, but just that anyone will come into their lives and tell them about Jesus. And I think we're called to pray for an evangelism explosion as well. So anything from the individual right through to having, the world hearing about the Son of God and having a relationship with him is really important. And I think we are given the Holy Spirit to empower us. And I think it's about asking God to actually give us his Holy Spirit to guide us and to lead us, to prompt us, to actually prepare the ground for us, to give us the words to say. So relying on him, knowing that he is more than capable than what we are of doing any of it.
Julia, what's one thing that you would do for someone who has newly come to faith in Jesus?
Mm-hmm. I've actually had this situation only recently, which was very exciting. And so she was a new Christian, so newly come to faith. And what we did together was we sat down and we started reading the Gospel of John, actually, but I think you could read any Gospel. And the whole focus was us reading together and then reflecting, what is this telling me about who Jesus is? Because I think the most powerful thing we can have when we read the Gospels is actually getting to know who Jesus is, to know his character, to know how he acted, what he did, because it's about building trust. And when we know people, we actually trust them. So if we can help people to know Jesus, then they can trust Jesus.